Hello and welcome to Miami Seaquarium's fun Fishy Facts video.
Many types of fish swim together in tight, large groups called schools, or in looser gatherings known as aggregates. Sometimes these gatherings are associated with breeding seasons. Most of the time, schooling is a behavior associated with feeding habits. Herring, for example, will follow one another in search of food. Here we see many different types of fish schooling together around our diver. Schooling also provides safety in numbers, or protection from predators. Larger fish looking for a bite become confused and disoriented, unable to focus on a single prey when schools scatter. On the flip side, smaller fishes in a dense school moving together as one discourages a predator by appearing as a single, much larger creature. How do multiple creatures move together as one? Fishes sense vibrations in the water using their lateral line, a series of fluid-filled tubes and canals that run along either side of the body, just under the skin. Vibrations pass into these canals through tiny pores in the skin, shaking lumps of jelly found there. The movement in the jelly stimulates nerve endings, which send a message to the brain, allowing the fish to feel water movements. When a neighboring fish jolts quickly to the right, the water currents it creates are detected by nearby fish, causing them to move to the right as well.
Big fish, little fish, red fish, blue fish.
Fish have evolved into every size, color, and pattern imaginable. Regardless of size, coloration plays an important part in camouflage or hiding a fish from both predator and prey.
The brilliant blues, yellows, and reds of reef fish help them to blend into the equally splendid colors of their coral reef surroundings. The tarpon is referred to as the silver king because its scales look like shiny metal. This shiny appearance helps it blend into the illuminated surface waters of the ocean, cruising for miles a day in search of food.
Rather than blend into their environment, some fish, on the other hand, would prefer to advertise their presence. In this example,
the brightly colored pattern on a clownfish attracts larger predators. When chased, the clownfish will swim into the stinging arms of a sea anemone for protection.
Coloration is not the only thing to consider when discussing camouflage. Body patterns can be just as important.
Notice how difficult it is to identify the speckled scorpionfish as he blends in so well with his surrounding environment. Being undetected among sandy, rocky bottoms allows the scorpionfish to remain hidden from larger predators and sneak up on smaller prey. Here we have a panther or spotted grouper. As the name implies, this fish behaves similar to the land predator, lurking around reefs and rocks in search of its prey. Its speckled pattern of black spots on a whitish body becomes hard to see in its natural reef environment, but outside of this habitat, it is easy to identify. The Goliath Grouper is almost the exact opposite of its smaller relative, with a black body and dark brown, irregularly shaped markings. Regardless of its efforts to hide around sunken ships and rocky reefs, this giant fish is hard to miss, reaching lengths of nearly 8 feet and weights of up to 400 pounds.
And if blending into your environment doesn't work, you can always make yourself nearly impossible to eat.
The porcupine fish gets its name from the way it protects itself from predators. When in danger of being eaten, the porcupine fish quickly gulps in air or water, causing itself to puff up to nearly double its original size. In addition to becoming possibly too large to eat,
the porcupine fish also has rows of spines that make it a prickly mouthful for any would-be predators.
The triggerfish has a unique spine in its dorsal fin that can be locked out by a second trigger spine. After wedging itself into a small reef or rocky area, the triggerfish releases its spine, driving it into the surrounding terrain, making it next to impossible to remove the fish from the area. Surgeonfish get their name from a sharp, bony, blade-like lancet on either side of its body, near the base of the tail. These blades are said to cut flesh as precisely as a surgeon's scalpel. The lancets usually lie folded in a groove when not in use, but can be flicked out quickly like a switchblade as the fish turns and thrashes at an enemy.
Well, we've certainly learned a lot about our fun fishy friends today, and now it's time to test your knowledge to see how much you've remembered.
By looking at the shape of this fish's fins, would you say it lives in the open ocean waters or the tight corners of a reef or rocky habitat?
Hopefully you've gained a better appreciation for fish, their unique adaptations, and fascinating behaviors. Until next time, thanks for joining us, and remember to keep those oceans clean for all of our fun, fishy friends. Bye-bye.